Hey, you guys. It's your girl, Latanya, host of Infused Queen Tea Podcast. And we are rolling with Latanya vibes. How y'all doing this beautiful simmering, because it's going to be hot later, Saturday? I hope that you take some time for self-care because tomorrow we got to do Reset Sunday, which is getting back aligned. So today is that real, true, authentic day for most people to be able to be like, I'm gonna do what I want to do today. So I decided I want to go ahead and do a reality check episode because it is the end of the month, right? I did promise y'all 7 episodes, correct? At least. And today I had to pin the hair back a little bit. I got some beads and stuff. I took the jewelry off. I wanted y'all to have clear audio. So here we are today. And do not mind me and my sheerness. Queen Tea tip, okay? Real quick. This, if the Queens is watching. Kings, keep watching. Just wait 2 seconds. Queens, if you live in Florida for sure, or any of the, high climatic places, correct? Get y'all the cover-ups for swimsuits. Get you the suits that the girls be wearing to the club, okay? And wear them around your house. You'll thank me later. First of all, it's breathable, okay? It's breathable material, okay? I look good, and I'm in the house. I look good, and I'm in the house. Cross his legs. Get set up. Okay. But no, so with today's reality check, I'm going to go back and address a few things real quick. I know that you guys are waiting for part 2 of the girl that was my mirror image. I am going to post that. I felt like that was a deeper topic that I really want to touch on. And so I'm not going to take that episode lightly when posting it and sharing it and getting people's perspectives. So, yeah, stay tuned. And then secondly, what else did I need to address? Oh, the vibe check episodes that I did with True downtown, those are going to be posted on TikTok today. And then eventually I'll post them on YouTube so you could just watch all of them together. So yeah, if you're not following me on TikTok, it's Latanya Vibes. Latanya Vibes. I think that's it. And Infused Queen Tea Podcast. Full name. Type it in. Follow. Share a post or two. Do whatever you feel like you are inclined to do. Okay? All right. So, mic check. Oh, yeah, she's still glowing. I had to make sure. I want to be sure. See, I think the bee trying to come back. The bee trying to come and get y'all. See, that's what I'm talking about. Let me tuck her in. All right, so boom. For this reality check, let's go ahead and introduce the intentional strand. And the intentional strand is, of course, Soterra Wellness. I told y'all I had me in a chokehold right now. I genuinely like the fact that, for one, it's in a prime location. It's right near downtown, okay? So that means when I was working downtown, I would literally be able to go straight on a 10-minute break, okay? Mind your business. 15. I had an hour lunch, so I could wait till lunch, right? But okay, anyways, mind your business, like I said. Or when I'm at home, baby, it's literally right up the damn street with the perfect hours. You're open when I drop my kids off. Okay, that means they don't even got to go to the dispensary with me, so I ain't got to worry about the Karens and the onlookers worried about where me and my babies is going, right? Because they're at daycare. So mommy gets to have a little trip to the motherfucking dispensary, and I deserve it. So Soterra Wellness is where I went to get the intentional strand, and we are using lemon zest. I know I'm giving zest today. So let's hold on. Let me make sure I can give you guys optimal information. So the lemon zest is a greenhouse strand. Okay, that is the grower. It is 21% with 0% CBD. So if this is if you normally use cannabis with CBD ratios, or you like to have cannabis with CBD ratios inside of them, This is not for you. It's not for you. And I wish I would have been able to check and see if it had terps and stuff before, but it is a hybrid strand. And like I said, lemon zest is like the perfect balance of all the sativa properties and benefits that I need, and also has that calming effect that I need to control my anxiety. And it uplifts me when I'm a little bit down. When I'm a little bit down. Did I smoke lemon zest already? I don't know. You got to fuck around and find out. So we got the citronella burning, right? Because I'm not getting bit up trying to do a podcast episode. And we got the incense flowing because I deserve a good vibe. I deserve a good vibe. And we're going to go ahead and get into this month's reality check. Ooh, y'all, I know I am the queen of self-care, but sometimes I love it. Okay. Queen Vibes was created from my ashy background. Okay? Because when I was younger, I used to be very, very ashy and I never cared. Like, you can make comments, and they did. And they did. You can talk about me. You can give me lotion, right? You can do all that. And I did not give a fuck about the ashiness. Baby, it's hurting you. My skin, I don't feel the crackness. Okay? This is just a little sheer, it's like a little sheer protection, if you wish, of old skin. So Queen Vibes was created because I wanted to find products that did not feel nasty on the skin, that I could incorporate into my own self-care routine and my own personal care routine, and things that I knew were actually benefiting my skin because I actually understand what the benefits of the ingredients are. Gotcha with that one, didn't I? So yeah, that's the reason why Queen Vibes Boutique was created. But that is neither here or there. I just wanted to give you some insight because y'all see my leg. I'll put some oil on later. QBB oil to be exact. Okay, so boom. Normally when I do reality checks, the intention of this reality check is to basically reflect and highlight and go over the things that we experience, meaning the tests, the circumstances, the relationships, your overall well-being, how you tended to your mental health. All those things are kind of what I do my reality checks for. So I can kind of take note of things that I am currently going through, seeing if they're worth bringing that energy into the next month that we're going to go into, or is there a way that I can rework something that originally I didn't have time to consider before. So like sitting here and being able to reflect on certain situations creates new opportunities for a new idea to come through. Like, oh shoot, you did think about doing this. You went the whole month stressing and you didn't think to do this first. That's what happens when you allow your emotions to lead. I'm over here. I'm sorry. If y'all see my eyes wander, it's me clocking these wasps because I'm not playing. And hold on, let me give y'all a little scenery. Let's get y'all a little scenery. All right. Can you see me? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's giving. All right. Can y'all hear me? I think am I too close to them right now? All right, we good. We good. So this month, a few things that I seen that was highlighted were, I think the biggest thing that I was going through was, are you truly healed? Are you truly showing up as the person that you have been building yourself up to be? Because I feel like there's a time where you have to do the work, but then there's also a time where you have to realize you did certain enough work in that phase, and now it's time for you to take the tools that you learned to something new, to bigger opportunities, to things that are, might be causing a little fear in our heart. So this month, I felt like the biggest thing I had was basically revisiting a lot of cycles that I had repeated, like how I handle confrontation or disagreements or just not seeing eye to eye with people, how I show up with friendships, because I think I struggled for a long time with having boundaries. And so I got definitely put in a space to not only show up how the woman I want to show up in friendship as, like for example, we go get into it. So with the new age of social media literally distorts reality. I'm sorry, I'll be the one to say it. Social media distorts reality because a lot of times we literally think that we can see the entire picture of a person. We think that we have the entire idea or perspective of what they're thinking, all based off of a clip, all based off of a story, all based off of a video, all based off of a picture in the, what is it called? Your little caption, your caption to your post or whatever, right? And I realized that a lot of times that when we are behind these social media platforms, some people are creating them with different intentions. And to be sure of anybody's intention is crazy. You will never be sure of anyone's intention because a lot of times you're not even sure of your own. Let's be clear. And recently I realized that social media was affecting a lot of my relationships, not only my friendships, but it was affecting my family ties, family relationships, because even being so far away from my family, it's like they only see certain clips of my life to where they think they get the whole picture of what's going on with me all the time. And I'd be like, I just had a breakdown too. Did you see the breakdown, or did y'all just like, you didn't watch my post that day? And so then you click the next day when I had to pick myself up and now I'm great, right? They would just get distorted with reality, or I would post something with the intention of maybe I am literally trying to collab with someone, right? And so then people are taking my post like it's theirs, like it's literally meant to them. And I'm like, time to do some back end work over here. Y'all, chillax. I got y'all. I got y'all. Wait a minute, right? But I realized that social media is literally a persona that we put out. And so it's clips, it's videos, it's pictures. And you can tell any type of story off of those. I'm being dead ass. There's so many. And then the thing is, we could say so many stories, but a lot of times we don't even want to like process and understand and live in the truth. Okay? And so like that's something I was talking about. Like I realized social media was affecting a lot of my interpersonal connections and my familiar connections. Second biggest thing I noticed was like Latanya had a big I'm not a runner, but I'm a track star. I might walk away when it gets hard because I ain't running, baby. Who running? No, this is getting too much. Bye. Right. And I learned for a long time that has been a defense mechanism to protect me from a lot of bullshit, because before I used to be someone that like I believed every word that came out of anybody's mouth. Just that ass. Like believed every word, because I grew up in a home where you didn't question the adult figure's words at all, like, or just anybody's word. If they said the word is bond, and that's it, right? You didn't have the right to question anybody on what they said. And I learned that has also kind of melanated its way into my own life path, to where even now, like, I'll be like, damn, there ain't no reason for me to say anything, because I realize nothing I have to say is going to be heard, because I shouldn't be even questioning you anyways. That is your that's your life. That's your perspective. I don't know what to do about it, because I'll never know what you really, really feel, right? So fast forward, that's one thing. And the second thing was realizing that a lot of the cycles I went through, and when I was referring to being a track star, I realized that the reason why a lot of cycles just kept reoccurring recently was because I actually never truly dealt with all the ends to let go of them, right? And I remember a little bit ago, I kept mentioning that I was doing a cord cutting ceremony, which when I said that, it did spark a lot of interest in what I had to say. Even for my family, my mom was like, I'm not on social media. I'm not on social media. I said, Mom, I'm gonna let you know. The social media is the devil's playground. So I understand why. But it's also because like you start to get so caught up in the stories that people are sharing on social media that you don't even realize, you don't take enough time to get to know the person anymore. Like back then, people used to have to call you and be around you to know what was going on in your life. Now it's like I could just click on anybody's life and figure out what I think is going on and create a story for it. And I feel like it's really fucking up connections, which is why I feel like this month was necessary for me. Because I don't want that to be the bearer of all my relationships. That is not the higher self Tanya. The Tanya that I am truly walking into now does not want to have conversations about a social media vibe when y'all know me in real life. when everyone knows me in real life. Especially if you've been around me, I am a very humble woman. I am a frugal woman. I am a community woman. Okay. 5 kids, I'm the oldest. Okay. My mom's right hand man. Okay. All right. So I always have to think, I've always had to consider other people. So when I'm doing things, I've always felt like I needed to consider other people. But I realized in all the people I was considering, I never considered myself. Not even for a little bit. We don't like the blood up. And because I don't want to find a light, I have a light over here, but I don't think it's going to work with this, the pressure of outside. It's lighted it. Okay. It did its job. All right. But Gucci, no, sir. You are not going to come on the pod with that. You didn't serve us drinks or anything. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. So, back to the reality check. Another thing I was going through is realizing that a lot of the cycles I'm going to have to continue to repeat and go through until I learn to let go and learn the lessons I need to learn from them and choose differently when I realize I'm aware that it's a situation that I've been through. Because the reason why I'm aware is that my body is telling me that I'm aware by anxiety, by not sleeping, by not eating, by feeling a heavy energy when you walk in a room in certain places. All those things are indicators that, like, baby, this ain't you and you need to be doing something else. Okay. But I got so caught up in the words of people and caring too much about the word of people that I stopped caring about my own word and how I felt. And last month, I was not going for that. I was not going for that. And I remember having several conversations, even with my siblings, because I'm actually becoming closer to my siblings now. And we were just kind of talking about how, like, hey, checking in on you. I don't want anything, da 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 da. But I was letting them finally, like, having deeper conversations with them, letting them know, like, hey, I do want to change how we get in relationships. And it does take me. And so let's start having the conversations that are very, very uncomfortable. So, like, have you ever had a friend, and this is for me, have you ever had a friend or a sibling? I'm gonna say sibling. Let's get to siblings, right? Have you ever had a sibling where you're the oldest, right? Or you might just have a more mature mindset because there's some little younger siblings that are older siblings. I truly believe that. And you lived a certain way with these siblings to where even how y'all fought, bickered, or how y'all went about communicating about agreements was just never like regulated or healthy, right? So now you're grown and all of y'all are on your different life paths and y'all are healing in different forms, technically, like, because we all have different things that we need to tend to. We don't all have the same wounds from the same childhood, right? We have similar wounds and they might have been caused by the same things, but they affect everyone differently. And so now you're grown and now you learn that love is grace, love is understanding, love is compromise, but above all, love is truth. Because I genuinely feel like if you love someone, you're always going to want to come to them in truth, whether that be the way you speak, the way you handle them, or the way y'all just interact. You just want to interact with truth, right? And I realized for so long that we were even scared as siblings to operate with each other in that way, in that space. It would be like we would give each other pieces of the truth because we all kind of felt like, okay, if I give them all of this, this is going to leave me vulnerable. And that was even just in the sibling phase, right? And one day I decided I'm going to start having the difficult conversations. And it started with a little sibling, one of my younger brothers. And because I realized the reaction I got out of it was not what I was expecting, I realized my entire mind frame was operating from an old system, ingenuine. And the reason why I said that is there was too many situations that I've had recently where people have been like, LaTanya, I think you're mad at me or something's wrong. And I just kind of want to know what's going on, or did I do something to you? And I'll be like, well, what made you think that? Like, what made you even get in that space? And it's because I realized that a lot of times when when people are bringing any type of situation to me, they don't know what my triggers, my wounds are. They don't know what I'm actually trying to do in my own personal life because those are things I keep private, right? But in the same token, I'm not giving them the space to see what's going on and have their own opinion. So normally what I'll do is, if I have confrontation, and I'm going to be a queen enough to say this, if I have confrontation and I've seen how you've handled other people around me, or in general from my own wounds, because I had reactive family members, I tend to try to keep the peace and just remove myself instead of saying, hey, this is what's really fucking me up, because I realize that the reaction is not something I'm ready for. The reactions, and it's even in the simplest things, y'all. Like, it's simple, just letting friends down, okay? I don't like saying no to nobody, okay? I don't, but I realized that a lot of my yeses has gotten me into a place to where I had to be forced to say no because of my circumstances, and I'm not doing that anymore. Reality chat. I'm not doing it anymore. And so I'd rather say no and feel uncomfortable in my no right now than to give power to a yes to create more sabotage for a no to happen, right? So another thing I had to revisit during this month, as far as repeating the cycles, was also me actually choosing to do something different, but I didn't do it as quick as everybody on social media acts. So I noticed that social media acts like things are just so instant, even with manifestation, in prayer, going after your goals. Everything makes it seem like it happens in literally 30 seconds because that's how long the clip is, right? But it doesn't show the actual genuine process of the uncomfortability when you actually choose to start stepping out of those things. And you are going to go through an internal battle with 3 people. Okay? 3 people. You're going to go into battle with, first, your old self, which is your ego. Literally, your ego is created from those spaces of, hey, this thing has happened, or I did this. This was the reaction. I didn't like this reaction, or I did. And so now I'm going to choose to use this action to continue to get this reaction type situation. So your ego is basically operating in a place of, hey, I want to survive, and I know enough from the outside society to know what I can do to be acceptable. Then so your old self, you're fighting with who you are currently. Who you are currently is, now you're aware. Now the shit is not oblivion. There's no smoke and mirrors no more. The motherfucking mirror is clean, and now you realize it's a double-sided mirror, and that motherfucker is truly looking at you, and the other person on the outside, on the other side of that mirror that you can't see, is your new self, is your future self. And your future self is every person, every second. Every second that you choose to be somebody different, that's like the newer self. She's on the other side. And so she's watching you, because she ain't gonna get into it. She ain't with her ass talking. Okay? She's not even going to get into the fight. Y'all are literally inside an interrogation room with your ego and who you are now. And you're telling her, hey, because you don't even know